Okay, so you see I have all of my pieces ready to go, and I'm gonna hit go. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come over here and look at the papers that I need, and then of course go to my paper box and get the paper. Okay, so you see I have my black. I have 7 black, I have 1 dark purple, I have 3 hot pink, I have 4 of this color, like a, I don't know, baby pink, 2 of this color for his face. I have just a sliver for his, or quarter sheet for like his eyes, and then a sheet for his mouth. So I'm going to get this all ready to go on the mats and then cut it. So I have some of the mats ready. I have 1 ready to go in the Cricut, and then I have my stack of paper here, and I have it in order from what it is on the screen. You can see I've got it all in order. So I'm going to cut out all the black. Okay, so I have one going. This one just came out, and you can see from the cut why you only want to do 11 by 4, because it goes almost all the way up to the top. Okay, this is the one where I welded it so you can put 3 on a page, and it works just fine. We got a couple more black to go. So, see it finished. And I haven't taken this one off the mat yet. And this is why I do multiple mats, because I still have, so I can talk, or so if I get distracted or whatever, then I can, but it'll just go. And I like how it puts check marks on the thing, since there's so many mats on your screen up here. I'll show you. It puts a check mark up there, so you know that you've already cut those ones, which is helpful. Okay, so I have all of my black pieces cut. They're all ready to be puzzled together. And there are 7, well, 10 different pieces all here ready to go. So I will put those together in a little bit. And now I'm going to start cutting the pink pieces. I'm ready now to cut the face. Gonna hit go. Okay, so I've got all the stripes cut out. I am leaving, they're kind of layered on top of each other, but I'm leaving them on the mat because they're confusing enough as it is, I think. So I'm taking them off. However, these bigger ones, I'm going to take off. But what I'm going to do is I know this is the right side up, so on this side, I'm going to put an X. So I know that that is the wrong side. Because with as many of them as there are, I don't think you want, well, I'm going to get confused. So now I can put another piece of paper on that mat. And then of course this big one, I know, sorry, let me get it off. I'm just holding my phone. Anyway, so I have this big one, and I know it goes just like this way. So instead of an X, I'm going to put a smiley face. So if the smiley face is right side up, I know that's the way it goes. And this is a very, very dirty, sticky mat. Okay, so that's what I would recommend, like just leaving all these little pieces on a mat until you go to put it together, so you have them all the right way. All right, so I'm going to carry on. I've got just a little bit more to cut. Okay, now I have all my pieces cut out. There's those ones over there. There's all the black pieces here. And then here I have like all the little pieces. And then here I have the pieces that need to be taped together, like the mouth. And this one. So what I do is I tape these together first, and then I will assemble the black. And just reminding about the X I put on the mouth. So I am actually making sure I do it the right way. And there is this one put together, and you can see the seam, but once you put it on the black piece, it kind of helps tighten it up a little bit more too. So it won't be as bad when you put it on the cat. Okay, so we have all these pieces taped together and ready to glue on our black. So now we're going to go put the black together. Okay, so we're getting ready to put our black together. However, you'll notice because earlier I had welded some of these pieces together, so we kind of don't know where they go. So what I always do is, and I don't think I did it here, no. So what I do is I go into Insert Image. I grab the cat again. He's so tiny. I'm gonna make them big. And then I'm going to go over here, well, yeah, we're just gonna hide everything but, oops, I forgot his mouth, everything but the black. So now I know, oh, go away, there we go. Now I know what it looks like. And besides these pieces that I did, I kind of can see over here how I have them cut. So then what you can either do is, depending on the room you have at your computer, you can either just look at the computer as you're doing it, or take a screenshot and then print that out and then use that as your pattern wherever you're going to go and put it together. So I'm making room on my desk, and I will try to get the video as best as I can, since I don't have a way to record it, you know, from over the top. So hopefully you'll bear with me as I put together the cat. Okay, so I came up to my dining room table and I did print out the black part, kind of what it looks like. And you can see I've got the black piece together on my table, ready to be taped together. And I am just using just regular old Scotch tape on the back. And then, so I will flip and do a couple pieces and then show you the part. So you can see that I have the back starting to be taped. This is the bottom layer. And what I did was I just flipped it over, starting at these two, flipped them over, and kind of just started taping them together. You can see it's all going to start coming together like a puzzle. Okay, so you can see it's half done, all taped, and I will flip it over so you can see what it's looking like on the other side. And yes, you can see seams, but the cool thing about the black part is it's going to be covered by all these pieces. Okay, we have our whole Cheshire Cat together. And now it is time to put on our pieces. So I'm going to kind of assemble those. I did print out kind of what he looks like with all his pieces. So I can kind of start putting him together. The tricky part, of course, is going to be the stripes. But I'll just kind of look at the shape of them, and then hopefully it'll all come together. So give me a minute to kind of lay those out, and I will show you what that looks like. Okay, so the stripes is a fun puzzle to put together. Nothing is glued down, but that is kind of how they go. Now these four here are the ones that we cut apart. So I would recommend, I didn't do it, but I should have. I would recommend putting X's on the back of all of these, or even put 1, 2, 3, 4 on the back of them, so you know that these are the ones you cut apart. Because I kind of forgot, and then as I was putting them together, it was kind of tricky. But so now I'm going to glue him down, and I'm using my Scotch HEG gun and my two-way glue for the little bits, kind of like you would use it here on little hairs and stuff like that. So I'm going to glue him down, and when I'm all done, I will show you how he looks. Okay, just a little quick tip. These are the 4 that we cut in half, and these seams are a lot smoother, and this one's on. So this one I thought I could just tape or glue down without taping together, but these 3 I taped together, and they're a lot smoother. So, and then this one, you can kind of see I got adhesive. So I'm using my adhesive eraser. And now it looks a whole heck of a lot better. Because I was trying to use my two-way pen to kind of help lay it down, and it made a mess. So these ones I taped on the back first and then glued them down. So just a little tip there when you get to those ones. Okay, so I'm putting on the last piece, and I'm glad I put an X on, remember I put an X on some of them, so I remembered which way it was supposed to go. So now we're going to just place the last piece. And I'm having a hard time doing that while holding the phone, but that looks pretty good. Our Cheshire Cat is complete. And the only seam that I can see is the one that I didn't tape. So you can tell that if you have a seam, taping it makes a big difference. Okay, so I came back down to my craft room and I was carrying it downstairs, and the tail makes the whole thing a little flimsy if you don't put some stability on it. So I just added some chipper pieces. I glued them with my HG gun and then taped them down for more. And then it kind of makes it a little more stable. And if you wanted to, you could put the whole thing on poster board. It's still a little flimsy, but this is going, for me, this is going to be hanging on a wall. So I don't need it to be like super sturdy or be able to stand up or anything. So anyway, there is our Cheshire Cat, and I hope that this has helped. Thank you. Bye.